Homee, we've got your back. Not only is that our trademark, that's one of our core company values. My name's Vanessa Clayton. I'm the VP of Legal and HR at Homee, and I couldn't be more thrilled to spend the next few minutes talking to you about what it means to be a Homee. So, who here has heard of us? That's awesome. Maybe you've seen our billboards along I-15. So at Homee, we are the new way to buy and sell real estate, as opposed to the old traditional way where you do most of the work yourself and pay a huge commission. At Homee, we give you software and access to experts to help you every step of the way. The best part is there's no commissions. We've saved our customers over $6.6 million in the past couple months, which is an average of $10,000 per family that we've helped. So I started at Homee just over a year ago. I was the 14th employee and the second woman to join the team. As a note, our first woman to join the team, Andy, now runs a team of 10 people. That's 1/3 of our company. Yeah. So when I was looking for a new job, I really wanted to work somewhere where I would be empowered to make a difference. I knew I was on the right track with Homee because their career website talked about passion and dedication and really owning your work. I definitely knew I was on the right track after interviewing. So let's put this into context. As women in tech, we often feel that we have one shot to prove ourselves. We need to prove ourselves in the first meeting, the first interview, or with the first project. I think some of you have felt that. And this one-shot mindset creates a fear-based approach. Instead of, taking on new challenges, we sometimes are unwilling to take on these new challenges because you only have one shot, so you better not mess it up. And at Homee, that's not the case. So at Homee, we have what we call a growth mindset. And a growth mindset for us is we focus on not what you already know or your past accomplishments, but instead on the effort you display, your willingness to learn, and your willingness to take on new challenges. This influences who we hire, how we train, and when we promote. It creates a culture of innovation. And I can say that Homee has definitely embraced this growth mindset. We're encouraged to challenge each other and challenge ourselves, and we reward grit, innovation, and dedication. As long as you're living by our company values, we've got your back. And this growth mindset is so important to us because we're revolutionizing an industry that's never been disrupted. So has our growth mindset worked out? Absolutely. In the past year, we've gone from 1 in 7 female employees to 1 in 3. These women are managers, directors, and VPs. I was promoted to the executive team after just 7 months with the company, and myself and my fellow female colleagues oversee well over half of Homee's workforce. So I can definitely say that we create a culture of leaders. But we're not done. We still have a ways to go. So right now we're focusing on implementing policies and procedures that really align with our core values. One woman in particular, Soraya, indicated an interest in HR and is now spearheading that effort. Yet another reason that we really create leaders. She's implementing flexible time at work, which we all have, unlimited paid time off, which is just amazing, and a really generous maternity, paternity benefits package. So that's where Homee's going. Where am I going personally? Straight back to work. Because there's nowhere I'd rather be than with my homies who've got my back. Thank you.
That's really great. And so you talked about the growth mindset, which I love. How do you encourage that? And also, how do you, when you're interviewing, identify if someone has that growth mindset?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a really open culture. We talk about culture a lot at work. We have an executive book club where we read books as an executive team, and we share those books with the entire company. So we're all aligned on our culture, which I think really encourages our growth mindset. And then when interviewing, we're really careful about the questions we ask. Johnny, our CEO, really likes to ask about past experience and how that transition from your old company to your new company went, to see if you're bitter about it, to see if, just how that went. So we target our questions to see if the person has that growth mindset.
So obviously Utah's a very competitive market for the tech industry. What are some interesting recruiting efforts that you guys have underway in order to make sure that as you guys grow at the fast pace you guys have been growing, you're still able to keep the diversity that you guys have built?
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually been incredibly lucky at recruiting, and I think a lot of that has to do with our employees and just how much they love working for Homee. And so actually most of our new employees come from referrals from other employees. But beyond that, we post on places like the Utah Women Lawyers job board, which is how I got my job. I saw it there, and we post all over, but mostly our employees.
What specifically are you doing to create a culture of women leaders? What would you say is unique in that effort?
Yeah, I think in general we create a culture of leaders in that we're all encouraged to come up with new ideas when we see something that should be solved or could be done differently. And for women, I think we all support each other at Homee. We all feel like criticism is not necessarily a bad thing. We all have room to grow. And so I think we take this kind of open-minded mindset where we all know that we're growing and help each other with that. Thank you.